Greetings, my fellow hiker. Today I'm going to be taking you to the central region of the McDowell Sonoran Preserve in Scottsdale, Arizona, where you're going to get to see some really great views and a very fun hike. Hi, I'm Brice, the president of Vaucluse, where we love to sweat less and love to explore more. Today we're exploring a very straightforward hike just north of Phoenix, where the elevation gain is just going to be under 300 feet. So if you're looking for something easy to do with views of the desert out here in Arizona, this hike is for you. Let's dive in. As I mentioned, we are in the McDowell Sonoran Preserve, which is north of Phoenix and is just at the footsteps of Scottsdale, where you can just get very quickly access to many trailheads and start hiking. A lot of fun, very easy. I started at the Frailsfield Mountain Trailhead, which you'll be able to see in the show notes. I'll provide links to how to get to this trailhead and also the different trails. I took 3 trails from this trailhead. The first was the Whiskey Bottle Trail. This trail walks you around the side of Frailsfield Mountain, which has an elevation gain of 3,048 feet. I do believe there is a trail that walks you to the top. However, I just went around. I just wanted something simple to do today. And my apologies, I accidentally paused part of the hike on my All Trails. So if you want to see what's not included in this All Trails map, you can jump over to my Strava account. The link is below. The second trail that I took was Power Line Road. And this is straight and easy as it follows the power lines. It does slightly go up and down in elevation. You are going to encounter other types of outdoor activities, such as horseback riding, which I got to see while hiking. I do think trucks and 4x4 vehicles take this trail as well. The third trail that I took was the Black Hill Trail, and this is back to just a basic hiking trail. The trail was flat and had a few bends. If you don't want to think while hiking and you just want to be one foot in front of the other, this is a great trail. You just hike and you get to see great views of the desert. Overall, the total distance hiked was 6.63 miles. Elevation gain was 281 feet. Total time was 2 hours and 24 minutes. We covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time because it was mostly flat. And the temperature started around 43 Fahrenheit and ended at 56 Fahrenheit. Sunny skies as always in Arizona. Now for the gear review, I took with me this Gregory Zulu 40L pack. You can buy it online for about $190. I'm sure you can get discounts and get it a little bit more. It is what they call a free float ventilated suspension. The backpack itself weighs 2.9 pounds, and the frame, it has a curved frame, which I'll show you in the pictures. The frame is made out of 4mm alloy steel and fiberglass, what they call an anti-barreling stay. I don't know exactly what that means. It's also made out of HDPE polyethylene material, and it's a nice backpack, but just about 3 pounds empty. It gets pretty heavy. Now I tested this backpack with my Cool Dry frame, which you can find here. I could tell that while I was hiking, and this backpack does have a curved frame, which I'll kind of curve and you can kind of see here in the pictures, it does provide airflow right in the middle of the back, but on the top and the bottom it doesn't. And so I equipped the backpack. I have this, it's a Govee thermo hygrometer. It's pretty much a Bluetooth thermometer, and I just put it in here, and then I can track my back temperature. And I could notice that after about 45 minutes, and I want to make sure that I get this right because I wrote it in my notes, after 45 minutes of hiking, my back was getting hot. There was some wind, but my back was getting quite hot. And you can see with the chart that my back was definitely increasing with temperature, as the Govee does explain. And with the bag just under 3 pounds, I probably had an additional 3 pounds of weight. Now, this backpack is a lot heavier than what I usually have. This is probably 2 times heavier than what I normally wear. I usually wear like a 22 liter. So I was having difficulties, and it was kind of just for the most part, uncomfortable just because I could definitely feel the heat, and also it's a heavy backpack. And it's heavy because for the most part, it's the frame. It's a beautiful backpack, but the frame itself makes the backpack very, very heavy with that curved design. So my back temperature was climbing over 65 degrees Fahrenheit, while the outside temperature was climbing as well. So there really wasn't much of a cooling effect. As I was hiking, the temperature was increasing and my back temperature was increasing. I took a complete stop just over 1 hour because even though it was flat, I was actually pretty tired. This large backpack was causing me problems. I just wasn't used to the weight. Now, when I did put the cool dry frame on, I put a black version, this is a white one, I could tell that the back temperature was more stable as the Govee thermometer was telling me what was happening. The outside temperature continued to increase from 50 Fahrenheit to about 56. So as the temperature was increasing, my back temperature was staying the same. It was much more constant. So you could say that the peak temperature between wearing and not wearing the cool dry frame was just 1 degree, as the chart says. That is true. However, there are a few points to consider. Number one, I wonder how hot my back would have been with just the Gregory pack if I hadn't paused and continued. Because remember, I paused about 45 minutes in because it was a lot of weight and I was definitely feeling the heat, and I just needed to pause, and that lowered my back temperature. Number two, the cool dry frame provided more consistency in the back temperature, and second, the outside temperature continued to increase while the cool dry frame was keeping my back temperature much cooler or stable, which definitely made a difference. So what would have been the peak temperature with only the Gregory 40L Zulu? I don't know. All I know is it kept going up. I will test this at a later date. I assume that I'm going to need probably more than 40, probably at least 2 hours to just really get a sense of how the back temperature performs with this backpack. Overall, I did notice that the cool dry frame definitely made a difference. The stats do show that there is more stable temperature of my back with it, so I was happy to have this. And if I wanted a lighter backpack with this type of frame, I think overall I'd be really, really good to go. So that's my review to sweating less.